Are you looking for a lighter, more stable and versatile way to mount your camera to a tree while you're self-filming? Well, check out the Fourth Arrow Stiff Arm. This thing is absolutely fantastic. If you like it and you want to get one, check the comments and the description of this video, because I'm going to put an Amazon link there that you can click on. It'll take you right to it. Now, let's take a closer look at this awesome product. I have heard about Fourth Arrow camera arms for a long time. I've heard a lot of people mention them and say how great they are. I just never pulled the trigger on one until now. I was hunting with a friend who is also into self-filming. He had one, and I gotta tell you, these things are fantastic. Now, for the last, I don't know how many years, I've been using a Muddy, I think it's called the Outfitter arm, which has been a very nice arm. And I will put a link to that one as well in the comments and description of this video if you want to check that one out. It is about $100 for that arm. It works out pretty good, but it's heavy and it's kind of bulky and cumbersome, especially when setting it up because it's all one piece. What I found out about these Fourth Arrow arms though, is that they are in multiple pieces with exchangeable bases. So it makes life way easier when you're setting this thing up. So I bought one. I bought the stiff arm kit, and I'm going to open it up for you, show you what's inside. We're going to set it up. I'm going to hang it on a tree so we can check it out, and I can show you some of the reasons why I decided to ditch the Muddy arm and use this one. Now, I'm going to tell you this. This arm is quite a bit more expensive than that Muddy arm was. I think the Muddy arm was around $100. This was like $240 for this arm. However, it has features that I really like and I want to use. So let's open this thing up and let's take a look inside. So first thing you're going to notice when it comes here is the box has, it's kind of a weird box to open up, but we're going to open this thing up here. There's two smaller boxes inside of this. Now what you've got in one box is, it says the 3.0 base, and the other box is the 3.0 shoulder. So we're going to open up the base first. Now this base is, it has the base here, and then there's also a ratchet strap. This base is what you're going to attach to the tree. And what they tell you you can do with this base is, when you attach it to the tree, it's got this hook right here so you can hang your backpack on it. Now, what I have found is that when you put the shoulder in here, which you're going to see in a minute, it kind of takes away from the room here on this base. So it's a great idea, but it's really not practical and probably not very usable. Here is a ratchet strap that it comes with, and the ratchet strap that this one comes with is a nice size, but I ordered a spare base, which is one of the main reasons why I like this camera. And this is the ratchet strap it came with. This giant thing, so I may not use this ratchet strap. It is probably overkill for hanging this base onto a tree, but it's nice of them to put something in there that's going to make sure that it works. So here is your base. It's aluminum, it's powder coated, it's going to last in the woods. And now let's open up the 3.0 shoulder. I guess this is a new design for them this year. I don't know because I've never used one of these arms before, but here's the shoulder. Now, the nice thing about these shoulders is that it's all adjustable without any tools and from one knob. So when you get this mounted to the tree, which we're going to show you how to do in a little bit, you can loosen this thumb screw over here, and this whole thing turns and rotates, and there is a little level bubble in there. So you can get this thing set about where you want it, tighten it up, and then put the arm in there and make your final adjustments. So it's very easy to set up and very easy to level. And the way this fits into the mount is that on the bottom of this guy, there's another thumb screw down here which turns, and you can see this little block, this little block that turns. You take that block and you take it and make it in line with the rest of the shoulder, and it will slide down into this part of the base. So it slides down in there and it fits down inside there very snugly. Then, is snugly a word? I don't know. I just made it up. It's snug, it fits nice. You loosen the thumb screw, you can turn that little square piece and tighten it up and it will lock it in place. Now it's not going to come off this base. And you can see it fits down inside the little grooves here. There's a groove on the bottom. It is secure. You don't have to worry about it falling out. And it is not going to wiggle or rattle or make any kind of noise. It is a fantastic mounting system. Now the last piece that we need to see is the actual arm itself. So let me get this arm out of the box here. Here is the Stiffarm arm itself. And when you open it up, it is packaged nicely. They do a good job protecting their product. And you open it up, and here is the arm. The very first thing you're going to notice when you pull this thing out of the box is how lightweight it is. I can hold it and wiggle it around with one finger. It is incredibly light. So even though the base and the shoulder have some weight to them because they're very well built, this arm is very light and easy to pack and deal with. So when you get this all mounted to the tree, and again, these pieces are all separate, so they're not bulky and hard to handle and cumbersome when you're trying to attach it to the tree, especially in the dark in the morning, that you can put the base on the tree, mount the shoulder to the base, and then put the arm into everything, and you are all set and ready to go. Now there is a thumb screw down here to lock it in place, and the arm extends out, and you could see how far that extends. I think the reach was, oh God, I can't remember. I'm sorry. I can't remember what it was, but when I make this video, I'll put it in, it'll flash up on the screen so you know how many inches it is, but I think it's something like 36 inches or 38 inches, somewhere in there. But this is a very nice setup, and it is unbelievably lightweight and very quality built. Now, once you get this set up, the only thing you're going to need to do yet is get yourself the fluid head to mount on here. So what I have picked up is one of these Avella V501 fluid heads. I have one, I can't show you, but I'll take a picture of it and flash it on the screen. I'm using one right now for my camera on my tripod. I like this fluid head because it is completely adjustable. You have the handle, can switch sides. The it's got, so all right, let me start over again. The bottom has a screw that mounts onto the arm, which all you've got to do is turn it and it'll mount on there. I'm not going to mount it right now. I'm going to show you how to mount it in a minute or two. There is a set screw here that you can lock everything in place. Otherwise, you can leave it loose and it will allow you to rotate the fluid head. There is also a level on the bottom of the fluid head so you can try and get the whole system level. There is a locking knob on the left and right. I'm sorry, on the left. This is for your up and down to lock it in place. It's nice and smooth. There is a handle that is adjustable in length, and also you can loosen this knob, it will rotate, and you could put it on the other side of the fluid head if you'd rather have it on the right. I prefer it on the left. And then for the camera mount, there is a lever on the side that unlatches. There is another safety over here so the camera can't fall out if it comes loose, so you push button and that attaches to the bottom of your camera. And the whole system itself is pretty lightweight and it's very ruggedly built. The one that's on my tripod that I'm using right now for my camera, I think I bought that about 4 or 5 years ago and it is still going strong and works great. Hopefully you can hear what I'm saying over the helicopter that's flying over me, but this is a nice fluid head. If I remember right, it was about $50 or $60. I bought it from Amazon and I will also put a link to this fluid head so you can go and purchase that. And now for mounting it to your camera arm, it's got the threaded hole in the bottom and you just put it on there and turn it. Now it's kind of awkward and wonky to do right now because I'm trying to hold it out in front of me, but there you go, it's on there, and you can spin it around and it's all set. So your whole system here, I don't know, you can't, it's quiet, it doesn't make any noise, it's lightweight, it's very durable, it's rugged, and I cannot wait to use it this weekend in the woods for the first time. But what I'm going to do now is we're going to go over to a tree and I'm going to show you how easy this thing is to set up and use. So let's take this thing over to a tree, let's set it up and see how easy it is to use. Well, here we are in the woods and we are ready to set this thing up. Now, imagine this is in the dark. All this stuff is going to be in your backpack. It's not going to be just laying here on the ground like I have it, but I'm going to show you how easy it is to assemble this system and get it up and running. So very first thing I'm going to pull out of the bag is going to be the base with the ratchet strap. So the ratchet strap's hanging from it. It's threaded through the holes on the base, and I'm going to put it around this tree real quick. And what you can see here is how easy this thing is to set up because you're not fighting the weight of your camera or the whole arm or the fluid head. So there's no weight to it, so you don't have to battle with it trying to get it strapped to the tree. So here we are, we put it where we want it, and we just tighten the ratchet strap down. Now, this thing has little spikes in the back of it. It digs into the tree, and it is, well, I can tighten it up a little bit more, but it is steady and it's not gonna go anywhere. The very next thing you're gonna put on here is your shoulder, and I carry this thing all set up already with that little rectangle lined up where it needs to be, and you just slide this shoulder into place. It fits down in there. You can loosen that knob on the bottom, turn the thing, and boom, that's in place. And now in your backpack, which without any sharp edges hanging off it or anything, is the arm itself. So you pull the arm out of there and you're going to slide it down into the shoulder, and now it is moving because the shoulder is not tight. And there we go. The shoulder's tight, and you can look at the leveling bubble and you can level this thing, set it up the way you want to set it up. But here we are, it is set up and ready to go in a matter of what? A minute. And the way this thing is better than my other arm is that the other arm was all one piece. So while I'm trying to tighten the ratchet strap, you're fighting with this long arm that wants to pull everything down, and this completely eliminates it. And now what I'm going to show you is the other main reason why I purchased this particular arm from 4th Arrow is that when I'm done hunting, I can just loosen that knob on the shoulder, I can take the arm out, I can take the shoulder out, I can go to my next tree stand, which I can already have a base set up, and when I get there, all I've got to do is slide the shoulder into the base, turn the knob and tighten it. I'm gonna have to put my stuff down here for a second. I can turn that knob and tighten it, and then I can put my arm onto this tree without having to carry an extra base with me. Now again, it has to be leveled properly because that one was not level. There we go. And I'm all set up and ready to go again. This works perfectly because now I can have a base mounted to a tree where I have one tree stand, I can have another base mounted to another tree stand, and I can leave them there in the woods all season, and it's one less step I've got to deal with when I'm setting everything up. It's one less thing to carry and worry about when I go out in the woods. To me, it's well worth the extra money of this arm. Now, if you look at the arm, it's stable and steady. I mean, I don't have this thing tightened down, so it is moving a little bit, but as I tighten it down, it stops moving. It's quiet, it's smooth, it moves nice. The fluid head, it fits on it perfectly. It looks like it belongs there. And now this thing can come way out in front of me or tuck way back. It can wrap around the tree. It can wrap around this way. It works awesome, and it's all done without any tools, nice and quiet, with a nice powder coated smooth finish on everything, and the added benefit of being able to keep these bases mounted to the tree and then go somewhere else and mount it to and bring the arm to another tree. So these Fourth Arrow camera arms are absolutely fantastic. They are probably, what I like to say is, I think they're probably like the Cadillac of camera arms. If you are into self-filming, you are doing yourself a disservice to not have a quality camera arm that's going to be quiet, last a long time, and going to be steady and give you those great shots you're hoping to get with your camera. So thank you for watching. Again, I will link the camera arm itself and also the fluid head in the comments and descriptions, so you can click on it and then it'll bring you right to Amazon. You can buy one of these yourself. One last disclaimer, just so you know, I am not sponsored by Fourth Arrow. This is just a product that I like. I think it is a quality product, and I'm pretty sure that if you tried it out, you would think it's quality too. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something and think this is a great product to buy. I will see you on the next video, and until then, I wish you nothing but tight lines and short blood trails.